Multiply whole numbers and fractions. Whole numbers can be turned into fractions by putting them over 1. So let's go ahead and look at the first example. A monthly budget for a person is $1,350. If 1/3 of the budget is spent on housing, what is the exact amount that is spent on housing? So we're going to go ahead and multiply these numbers together. Now we can go ahead and just put this right over 1. So now we can go ahead and multiply. So we're going to multiply the top together and we're going to multiply the bottom together. So 1,350 times 1, well, that would just be 1,350. 1 times 3, well, that would be 3. And then let's go see if we can reduce the top and bottom by 3. So can 1,350. So can 1,350 be divided by 3? 3 can go into 13 4 times. We go ahead and subtract, bring down the 5. 3 can go into 15 5 times. 3 times 5 is 15. We subtract, we get 0. Bring down another 0. Now 3 can't go into 0, or it can go into it 0 times. And we're left with 450 then. So if we go ahead and divide the top and the bottom by 3, we get 450 on the top over 3 divided by 3, well, that would be 1. So we can just go $450 is spent on housing. So let's go ahead and now look at the next example. So example 2, if a car gets 27 miles per gallon, how many miles would the car get on 2/3 of a gallon? So we're going to reduce the fraction if possible. So we're going to go ahead and multiply these numbers together. We'll put this over 1. Now look at this. We have a 3 here and a 27 here. Well, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 27 divided by 3 is 9. So let's go ahead and multiply the tops together and then the bottoms together, right? So we get 9 times 2, well, that's 18. 1 times 1, that's 1. We can just say 18, right? How many miles will the car get on a 2/3 of a gallon? Well, 18 miles. So that would be our solution. And notice how we've been able to reduce these to whole numbers, and these are no longer fractions. Not every example will be like that, but so let's continue on. Example 3. At the self-checkouts at a grocery stores, a person wants to buy 12 donuts. If each donut weighs about 1/4 pounds, what should the scale expect for 12 donuts to weigh? So we're going to go ahead and multiply 12 times 1/4. Well, 12 times 1, right, is 12, and 1 times 4 is 4. But notice we can go 12 divided by 4, right? We can each divide the top and the bottom by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we should expect that to weigh about 3 pounds. Now let's go ahead and look at the last example. Example 4, we're going to use the expression below to solve and reduce the fraction. So we have 95 over 16 times 12, and we're going to put that over 1. So we multiply the top together and we multiply the bottom together. But we're going to look to see if we can actually reduce before we even go on, right? So notice we have a 12 and a 16. Well, those can both be divided by 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 16 divided by 4 is 4. So now we have 95 times 3. Let's go ahead and do that on the side. 5 times 3 is 15. Bring over the 1. 3 times 9, 27 plus 1 is 28. Now we have 4 times 1. Well, that's just 4. And because the top can't be divided by 2 because it's not an even number, we know that this is a final answer for this.